I took a trip to India 5 years ago, and I saw like mad poverty, and that was it. That was the seed of this production. It was Mumbai. I went to Mumbai, and you know how here by like Kasmita's house there's like a one block area where you see people lined up sleeping on the sidewalk. Well, in Mumbai, I took the cab from the airport to my hotel, and it was like miles and miles of people laid out on the sidewalk, and I was shocked because I got there like at midnight. Yeah. So these people were laid out sleeping. Wow. Like 10 miles of just, and I was like, what? And you know the disparity, and then how some Indians are really rich and some are like beyond poor. Yeah. And also later, and also that made me realize how rich I truly am, and blessed. Breaking is part of our culture, and I work with cultures. That's what I do. That's my interest. As you see, there was Balinese, and then there was Jamaican dub, right? And b-boying, and I create collages of cultures and bring them together to create a work of art. Okay. It's extremely important because I've dedicated my life to it, pretty much. And it's my work. I think, man, we have lost so much respect for the sacred, and even in everyday objects, we need to just become fully aware. I think when we stop moving things, with our feet, and take the time to pick it up and place it somewhere, just a simple object, and that in turn just builds on how we eventually treat each other. With respect.
Gotcha.
My first, not my first show, but my first successful show was titled Northeast 2nd Avenue.
Okay, yeah.
I portrayed 9 different characters that live in Miami. It's based on Northeast 2nd Avenue. So that I wrote it, and has all that in it, but I wrote it because I wanted to represent my city as I toured throughout the U.S. and the world. The young people loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah, young people loved it. Young heads loved it.
That's so cool.
The older folks were like, lie.
That's dope.
My biggest accomplishment has been raising my daughter.
Amen.
That's my biggest accomplishment, by far. It was awesome, man. It was awesome. I spent lots of time together, man. Eating vegetarian food and drinking espresso. We had a good time. We had a good time. It was long. I was at his house, 3-4 days out of the week. 3, 4, 5 hours at a time. It was a long process, man. And but it eventually, it paid off, and which I knew it would. I mean, when I decided I wanted to dub music, I said, that's who I'm going to.
All right.
I think from here to New York is DJ Spam. You might find another DJ somewhere, maybe in Philly, New York area that knows dub like the Spam. But man, he was the number one choice. And because we're a fat nation, and we're not realizing that we have way beyond what we need.